Welcome back to The Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Robert Spinoza of RPM Mortgage, and we're in the studio here with Kathryn Harris, a CPA. We just upped the level here, you know, Robert, by having a CPA in the
yeah, now we're really on our toes.
Yeah. You hear that? We got to step up our game. Okay. Here is the first trivia question. In the movie Wall Street, what actor utters the line, "Greed is good"? Anybody?
Do we actually win the prize?
Well, no. We have to let that
She's
be the audience.
new.
Yeah, she's new. Yeah.
But it's Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gekko, Michael Douglas. That is correct. Okay, Kathryn. One of the things you wanted to talk to us about and educate us, as I used to say, about increasing tax rates, sales tax, income tax, and the possible impact if enough people move out of state, which I thought would be very interesting.
Well, if you've seen some of those commercials in California, they're from Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
From
Come on.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you get tired of paying taxes, come on out. Yeah, come on down.
Come on down. Yeah.
And I actually just saw a news article 2-3 days ago about what businesses made that decision.
Oh.
And I'm not sure in California, if you start to realize where it's for me, I am under the age of 30. I've heard about the high tax rates in the early 80s, but I didn't necessarily experience it.
She's a child. We allow children here on the show.
So with the new tax increases on the federal and on the state level, it's starting to get to that point where it's starting to push over the 50% mark. It's making that way up.
I mean, we had, obviously here in California we have good weather, but I remember visiting North Carolina some years back, only about 6 years ago, and I was amazed that I'd say less than 30% of the people I met had an accent.
Right.
I mean, because of the research triangle
that
they have. There's a lot of people coming from New York. And,
Right.
I mean, they had a New York accent, but not the the Mayberry RFD type of thing that you would expect. I mean, it was a high tech type of place, and North Carolina is somewhat close to the longitude. That'd be the latitude line, and so the weather's not that much different.
Right.
I don't know how the taxes are, but there are so many states. I mean, Texas doesn't have one, and Texas is a beautiful state. It's got so I get very frustrated with California, except that I love the weather here.
Right.
The weather's pretty awesome, especially in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
But exactly that is, at one point there's going to be a tipping point where the benefits of staying in California are going to not outweigh some of the costs.
Yeah.
And there you go to various states that are booming. Colorado, Denver seems to be just blasting.
Oh yeah.
And
There was a time it boomed, and I saw it crash. And
Well, you talk about, Michigan is the perfect example of that for a lot of reasons, but it's funny because the tax discussion doesn't often come up in the first lines of any conversation about brain drain. And I think that's what you're talking about when you talk about people moving to a certain state or, looking for opportunities there. I don't think tax comes up enough in that sense either.
really, no, I thought I hear it a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed it. I always see people chasing opportunities and things like that, and tax is secondary.
Well, when I got out of college, they had just changed the personal service corporation tax or personal holding company tax, where it used to be 70%.
Wow.
I mean, can you imagine paying 70% of your taxes?
Move to Denmark.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like 70. It's like I think that's the norm, isn't it?
Right.
And now I do-
78% taxes.
You take a box of crayons, draw a few lines, and say I'm an artist, and now I want social medicine.
Right.
That works. I like that. But then, what about sales tax?
And that's the same thing. We talked about it's actually weird how it's impacting lots of people. We talked about or we're thinking about Amazon and sales tax, and I think it's actually just something that was on the federal level where they were trying to decide whether they're going to start to basically make the decision across the board.
Like a national sales tax.
Exactly. And
It's weird. Part of me goes, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." But then, first of all, once they do it, you're never going to get rid of it. And then how much production is going to go down? A lot of people say, "Oh, well, you just add a few percent." I mean, it impacts. When they have the luxury tax, remember that?
I think a lot of business models are based off of that right now too. So you throw a wrench in those works as well. A lot of businesses that otherwise would not have existed, built their business off of the online model because people.
Yeah.
I cycle. So for example, if you wanted to buy a $10,000 road bike right now, you could go to your local bike shop and you pay the tax on it, or you can get it online. have it shipped to you. That's a lot of tax.
Yeah, and even if you have to pay for shipping, it's
Right.
well, it's still less.
Right, and they even offer services where they'll fly you out there to try the bike because they know if they get the deal, it's better for them anyway. You're not paying sales tax, so it's worth it for you to do that.
And it's already taken away from local businesses. You start to
Right.
it's out
That's
there
true.
for them not to have to pay sales
A lot of
tax. They have to
implications
be
of it, right.
outside of California and not have a presence in California.
See, and what these politicians don't understand, or they understand it, they don't want it, is the way to make money for themselves is to lower the taxes. I mean, if they, and we figured this out years ago, that this was at a time when the stock market was up and real estate market was up,
Right.
that if they would have lowered the capital gains tax rate to about 9%.
What was it at the time?
The capital gains rate? It was 20%.
Okay.
Yeah. But if they would have lowered it to about 9%, they could have wiped out the entire deficit in 2 years. And the main reason is because you had, the Gettys and the Kennedys
Right.
and all the super wealthy people who had all of this capital gain locked up. And they said, you know what? Why should we, we're thinking
Right.
about selling, but
Right.
why do we want to pay that tax? So
Yeah.
legally, they didn't have to.
Well, you, every once in a while, if you watch enough Sunday talk shows in a row, you'll hear some politicians say that taxation influences behavior, and nothing could be more true. I think. As you see on those levels, when you have huge tax implications, it's going to change the way people do business.
I got to say that I think almost without a doubt, every time I get a ballot and it asks, do you want to increase taxes for firemen or schools or whatever, I always say no. And the reason isn't because I don't like firemen.
Right.
It's because it never really ends up in their hands. And the same thing with like the school.
Yeah.
It doesn't end up like for kids getting more computers and
Right.
books and stuff like that.
Read the fine
Well,
print. It's
here's
yeah.
an example.
Very true, yeah.
Well, look what happened with the lottery. Okay, they said, yeah, we should have the California lottery because look, the schools will do it. So what happens? Lottery makes a lot of money, and then the state goes, oh, well now you don't need as much
Right.
because the
Right.
lottery's doing it. So
Right.
it was just maybe a wash.
Well, that's exactly. I think what happened with the last proposition that was passed was that that specific proposition raised money for school, but that does not restrict them taking money from an alternative source.
Perfect. That's a great example. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, and hey, we still have some time here. You also wanted to talk about the stock market gains in
Is it
2000.
going crazy? Or is it just me?
No, it's not just you.
I don't understand why, because the economy still, is it like a false bubble? Or?
That's what I'm thinking. I just sit here back and I just don't understand how it is.
Well, let me say something, because I feel I have a perspective on this that my industry is driven by, and that is bond prices. So in mortgages, we're looking at bond prices all the time because we're pricing home loans off of that. So one of the things that I've noticed is obvious, where we tend to forget. You have to look at the Fed's intervention in the market over all this time with all of this QE. They are basically, and one of their intents, whether implicit or explicit, is they have been trying to drive people out of the safe investments into riskier assets, and that is the stock market. And I mean, this QE program's been going on for years now. Yeah, I mean, so we tend to forget the obvious in these situations. Wow, look at the stock market, look at the levels it's at. Yeah, but look at how long and how much QE has been.
How many QEs are we at? Number 3 or
Well,
4?
I think we're in three.
Are we at 3?
It's like, they keep on extending it, so
Well,
maybe
yeah.
we're still.
What it reminds me of is like the Rocky movies.
Right,
They're almost
yeah,
saying
forget
Rocky,
that.
eventually it'll be Rocky 38.
No, the Club of Line one, yeah.
Rocky wears the 10s.
No,
The grandson's coming.
That's it, yeah.
Last time they changed the language to make it unlimited, and I think that is what really we're
You
dealing
don't have
with
to
right
change it anymore.
Right.
Right,
I
just
mean,
make
you
it
don't have
unlimited.
to, you don't have to label it anymore. But I think that a lot of the stock market gains, not a lot, maybe not a lot, but certainly a significant portion of stock market gains are tied to that.
I think also generally the people who are doing or playing in the stock market don't know to go beyond the surface. You talked about the underlying information. You have to look underneath it, the unemployment rate that's going down. Why? What is the driving factor?
Right,
Is it because
right.
people are getting jobs? Are they getting
Falling out of the
paying
market,
jobs,
right.
or are they because they aren't part of the equation
Now,
anymore?
don't you love having a CPA who talks more than just tax rates?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
This is great.
I
Well,
get
I-
on tax rates too.
Yeah,
so
no.
If you want to talk tax
That-
and audit, and I can get there.
Okay, that's fine. But see, you have someone who's intelligent who can think outside of that one specific thing.
Things don't happen in a vacuum. That's right.
Exactly. Okay. Before we get to our next commercial break, next week we are going to have another special trivia contest where the winner is going to get a 2-night stay at the beautiful Mount View Hotel. Experience the art of relaxation at Mount View Hotel and Spa in Napa Valley. Mount View Hotel and Spa is a green hotel celebrating 100 years of hospitality and set in the center of Calistoga's many pleasures. Contact their friendly concierge staff 24/7. Call 800-816-6877 or visit them online at www.mountviewhotel.com. And I don't know if you guys ever looked at that hotel, but look at the pictures. They're pretty awesome. So check out Mount View, not Mountain View, but mountviewhotel.com. So here's the question, and I'll give you the rules. 3 out of 10 people admit they have done this after 11 p.m. Okay? And it's a very clean show now, so understand that. Okay, and here are the rules. No previous winners on Best of Investing contests. You have to email edward@bestofinvesting.com the answer by midnight tonight, and I will read from among the correct answers next week who the winner is. Now we're going to cut to our second commercial break, and here's the trivia question. In what movie does Marlon Brando say his famous, "I could have been a contender"? The first 3 callers with the correct answer win a free 3-day, 2 nights before you were born. It's before I was born too, I think. Free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. Call 888-912-1190. That's 888-912-1190 to answer this question. In what movie does Marlon Brando say his famous line, "I could have been a contender"? Call 888-912-1190. Make sure to include your name, your email address, speak slowly, and spell out your email letter 1 letter at a time, and we'll be right back.